Man, it's been a hell of a week, right? All right, let's talk about Twitter freaks. We have so many. Like I have to start making edits. Like yeah, for instance, chat, we're not talking about Mr. Beast at all today because if we are, we'd be here for a year. But we're going to begin with this. This was the one that was just circulating last Monday. Ready? There are no benefits to being a good person. What's the harshest truth you've ever learned? So this shit was just everywhere all weekend. What a fucking loser. Oh, you need someone to pat you on the back? Oh, no. Why would I be good? I can't get any money from doing it. What's wrong with you? You're spiritually sick. There's something wrong in your soul. Benefits to being a good person. You all needed a benefit. There's no benefit to 90% of the shit I do, and I do it anyway. Oh my god. The Green Goblin wrote this. This is such a stupid, it's such a classic, like, Rick and Morty fan thing to think. To be like, this world is a lot easier once you realize there ain't no benefit to being a nice guy. It's functionally just nice guys finish last, but adopted to sound like the Joker said it. It's like, yeah, dude, like, we do tons of stuff all day that has no discernible immediate benefit. Humans aren't meant to be living a fucking life of cost-benefit analysis. Sometimes you do stuff because you know it'll improve the lives of other people. Even, I guess, even at your own detriment occasionally. But you do it because that's what living in civilization is, you moron. Oh, man, but, like, it's not going to have an impact on my win percentage, so why would I do it? I don't know, man. Come on. Rick and Morty spends half its time deconstructing this. Notably, this is a sentiment among Rick and Morty viewers. Man. Bro got that hunter-gatherer mindset. This person would, like, be in a cave and be like, why, Oog, go outside for hunt when tribe bring back meat for Oog regardless. Tell you, this man would be exiled to the Icelands back in Neanderthal times. This person's brow is completely sloped. Anyway, next up. Oh, man. Okay, we got to talk about the Elon Musk lawsuit. There's no Legal Eagle video about it yet, which I'm waiting with bated breath for. Elon Musk, I strongly encourage any company who has been systematically boycotted by advertisers to file a lawsuit. There may be criminal liability via the RICO Act. Drink! Okay, so for those of you who are unfamiliar with RICO, it stands for what? It's like racketeering, eco... but the thing is, every person who has had something bad happen to them thinks that they have a chance to recover under specifically the RICO Act. I think it's because, like, maybe it's, like, popularized in pop culture the same way that, like, lupus is for medical stuff. This is lawyers' lupus. It's never RICO. To get a RICO charge, you functionally had to be the mob, right? But everyone who thinks that, like, something bad has happened to them is like, but what about RICO? I could recover under RICO. It's like, no, not at all. If you're unfamiliar with what he's talking about in the first half of this, Elon Musk has been embroiled in a controversy in which all advertisers are leaving the site. I don't understand why they're leaving the site. It probably has something to do with, like, the fact that the top tweet every day is like 6 million seems like a lot or something that something like that. But Pepsi doesn't want to be on the site. Adobe doesn't want to be on the site. Instead, all of the ads, and I'm sure you've seen this, are for, like, Temu or, like, active scams, or, like, sometimes you'll get an ad that's just like, Christ is coming, make sure you've repented, and it's like, what do you want me to do with that? I just see that information, and I guess they want me to repent. And Cheeton, who is holding down the fucking fort. But Elon Musk's, just kind of paraphrasing here because I don't know the specifics of the actual filing. The theory of his case, I believe, is that because advertisers left his site in droves, this constitutes a conspiracy among advertisers to quash his ability to exercise his First Amendment freedoms by devaluing his site. I don't think that's how it works. You know, I'm not a lawyer yet. But I'm pretty sure that that's not how it works. You are not guaranteed in the First Amendment a right to get money for running a website where you say stupid shit all day. It's insane. It's illegal for you not to pay me. Like that's the theory, right? That's the theory. And of course, it's not helped by this video. Oh, it's not a video. This is just the article. But there's this interview that he did where he was like, "So what would you say to advertisers who are leaving?" He goes, "Oh, I would say go fuck yourself," in his like weird, American, Australian, South African accent. He's like, if you are trying to bankrupt me, go fuck yourself. I don't need you. And I don't know. I mean, what? They followed that instruction. I'm sorry. It's so strange. But he's got like Linda Yasserino doing this too. There's a picture of her with like a necklace on that says free speech. And it's like, man, come on. No one buys this. Oh, man. It's so rough. Bro thinks he's Tony Stark. It's so clear that like he just wants to be Tony Stark in all these stupid press releases where he's trying to have his I am Iron Man moment, and it's like, I'm sorry, dude. Also shouts out to him doing this at the exact same time he's going to court over custody of his child. So he's trying to suppress SEO of him losing the kid 100%. That's possible, but I think not likely. I think also he does want to sue to get the advertisers back, which, like, good luck. I don't know what to tell you. I should be able to sue when Pepsi says they don't want their ads running on a clip of me saying, I don't know, you know what? Actually, I'm not even going to say any of the things that I would have said because I think they all are quite out there. The cum clip is a good example. The community notes on the Linda post are great. Oh, you have the Linda post? Let's look at it. Look at her fucking necklace. It says "Mama," and then there's a second one that says "Free Speech."
Covered by the House Judiciary Committee that a group of companies organized a systematic illegal boycott against X. It is just wrong. And that is why we are taking action.
This woman has never used her hands. Look, she's trying to talk with her hands because, like, she heard it's a powerful rhetorical tool, but she, like, her hands are completely atrophied from disuse. She's like, wait.
These organizations targeted our company.
There is no benefit to training your hands. I have never done so. They just look terrible. Mama free speech.
They conspired to boycott X, which
it's so good. It's so good, man. It's so good. I as your lawyer, I am encouraging you to keep posting this shit. How is there not a legal eagle video already? Get on it, buddy. Get off your ass. What are you, helping clients? Don't make me laugh. Next up. Okay. This next one has some slurs, so, just brace yourself. I'm not telling you to click off. I'm telling you to do this. All right, ready? Here we go. Okay, so this past week has been fantastic with respect to the vice presidentiary race. So I think we all thought that Josh Shapiro, who is, for all intents and purposes, a really frustrating guy who is clearly trying to sound like Jewish Obama, was going to be the VP pick. And we were shocked to find that actually the VP pick is a normal guy. Personally, I was shocked to hear this. And as a result, people have been posting about how funny it is that, like, Tim Waltz's, like, what they have on him is, like, he put tampons in the restroom at the school that he worked at. And while JD Vance is like, all these crazy things are coming out daily. I think today they found out that he, like, did drag or something. And there's all these pictures of him, like, in, like, wigs and skirts. And it's like, nothing wrong with that. But it seems pretty, given the fact that he what he stands for now. But this post, and okay, but still one of the last good fucking accounts on this godforsaken website. JD Vance Oppo Research marched with a regiment of Hitler Youth through the streets of Ohio. Tim Waltz Oppo Research clogged a Wendy's toilet in Maple Grove, Minnesota. Apologized to the staff, right? So next up we have Chelkin Goonsley, which I'm sorry, Great fucking handle. Incredible handle. Really good handle. With a visibility limit post that says, Waltz wants to get kids to get their tits and dicks cut off and almost let MSP burn to the ground. What evidence is there, wrong there, of Vance being a Nazi you? Ba-ba-ba-da. Will you brandish your sword or die a coward? So I love this last sentence because it so clearly exemplifies that all this shit is just things that they heard in a video game. Like they're all just epic quotes that they heard in a video game. They're stringing together at the end of sentences to sound hard. Will you brandish your sword or die a coward? What does that mean in this context? Brandish your sword for what? What does die a coward mean? They're talking about if it's weird that JD Vance is a strange guy. They're not like no one in this thread is like, we must stand tall against the hordes of invade. They're just like, man, isn't this weird guy funny? I don't understand. The sword is his dick. Will you jelk or will you goon a coward? It's rough. But I love the 120 pounds max. I mean, very clearly. It's so good. They're just posting. And of course, follow back. How interesting. Why did he become a musketeer at the end? It's but like this is why the like they're weird buddy concept is so apt, because all you get is replies like this. It's like, come on, you gotta realize that what you're posting is strange. Another one of these. David Hogg. I think he's famous for cranking his hog. Posts, I'm so fucking happy right now, and Donut Operator, who I'm pretty sure is like a gun YouTuber, which is like a Yu-Gi-Oh YouTuber, but there's slightly more pedophiles among them. He says, "Did your boyfriend finally find your clit? Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do." So the reply, Jesus Christ, it's the fucking menswear guy. No, this comment only makes sense if there was a ratio, and there's not a ratio. Observe. Your shirt should not be so tight that people can see your nipples. Menswear guy. Stay out of my fucking line of sight. I do not ever want to see this man in my mentions. Do not let this... the type of posting acumen that can only be honed on forums. The type that just... They don't make men like this anymore. I feel like the image that's like weak men create hard times, strong men create good times, et cetera, et cetera. But it's about like people posting on like specialty forums. Like forum posters, like forums create good posters create good times create weak posters, weak posters create the state of X. Bam, I've made the thing right now. But like this guy, it's just not fair. I feel like he would get obliterated sometimes on the forum. But this is like being a big fish in a small pond. There is no peer of this person on this website because all of those people live elsewhere. They don't live on this cesspool. They live on different cesspools that are highly specialized. Oh my God. Fucking observe. Like he's like, it's got to be a ratio. Observe. And then he just does it by a factor of 10. Come on. Oh my God. Okay, next up. But if you thought that the only people being embarrassing online this week were weird JD Vance guys, I am happy to report that there is another friend of the channel who is getting his comeuppance. Folks, have you all heard of William Stansel? So, Will Stansel is one of those guys that has made like jerking off the current administration his entire priority and entire personality. He's running for office now and is super annoying on Twitter, but when told you don't have like the chops for office, he always says, "Well, I'm different in real life. Twitter isn't real life." Well, an anti-Stansel pack supporting his opponent is sending out mailers that are just his tweets. They're just like tweets of his posted on a postcard. And they're like, well, I mean, he said it. Look at this. It's everyone. Oh my God. After the Supreme Court struck down Roe v. Wade, instead of standing up to defend abortion access, Will Stancil downplayed the impact on reproductive care, posted right next to a tweet, "But most people haven't lost autonomy over their body." It's so good, dude. Let's do it with your tweets. Let's just say there's a reason I'm not running for office, because day one, that mailer is going out paid for by Farfa subsidiaries. And it's like, click this link to watch Dick Inside Chicken Fried parody by your next county commissar. I don't know what I would run for. Some fake office like that. Deleted MBT tweets. They're all AI. They're all fakes. Learn more at willstancilfacts.org. Oh, damn. Wait, can we go there right now? It's just a list of his tweets. It's just a fucking fave star, man. It's just his tweets over and over. It's just his tweets over and over again. Oh, man. Oh, now this is campaigning. Okay. Holy shit. Okay. Next up. Okay. Okay. Let's get off politics for a sec. Let's get some of the lighter side of Freax. I looked. Upon seeing this on Twitter, I went to go look. Why will he not do the Latinx taco? Why is this Gringex refusing to engage with the Latinx taco? Oh, man. Cringing with Babish, true. This is why Danny hates me, to keep sending him Latinx taco memes. Danny and I do this all the time, by the way. We like heartwarming. This, you know. Oh, man. Oy, oy, oy. All right, next up. Okay, we're back on politics. So, I don't know if you've seen Trump this week, but hey, like Glimbat, he looks like a Batman without a Joker. Man, it just doesn't make sense that he's running not against Biden. Oh man, listen to how he talks about Biden here. He goes,
"We're going to get Joe Biden out of the White House." What's he doing now? Greg, what's he doing? You know, he wanted to debate. If we didn't have a debate, he'd still be there. Can you imagine if we didn't have a debate? Why the hell did I debate him?
oh man, this is old man YAOI. Why did I debate him? He'd still be here. Why did I debate him? And when he's talking about Kamala, it's just, I mean, there's just nothing there. Look at this.
Kamala Harris, you know, it's interesting. Nobody really knows her last name. If you ask people, do you know what her last name is? Nobody has any idea what it is. Harris. It's like Harris. I don't know. How the hell did this happen?
I love he ends. How the hell did this happen, man? I never should have debated him. Oh my God, he'd still be here. He's just, I kind of feel bad for him. He like clearly he clearly misses the guy. I feel kind of bad for him. I'm sorry. I don't know. I didn't know this would happen. And then this is, of course, an incredible one. This is.
A big part of the strategy for your campaign before Harris became the nominee was appealing to black voters. That was something you were really going after. In polls, we really see Harris gaining ground with that group. And I'm wondering how you are going to go after black voters now that she's the nominee and really winning them over.
Well, it changes around a little bit. I'm getting other voters. Perhaps, you know, I was doing very well with black voters, and I still am. I seem to be doing very well with black males. This is according to polls, as you know. It's possible that I won't do as well with black women, but I do seem to be doing very well with other segments, extremely well with Hispanic.
With
Jewish
Latinx.
voters way up. White males way up. White males have gone through the roof. White males way up.
Trump weighs in. It's officially a white boy summer. White males way up. That's what I'm saying about me. White males are way up. Man, Trump, look at the fucking Chiron. Trump, Biden had the right to run for president. He just wants his fucking friend back, man. God damn, dude. Peeps raid. Peeps, I hope you had a good stream. I gotta say, this is gonna be me after you leave Will, because it gets you so angry your heart explodes. Oh, man. Oh, God. Next up. I love these guys, man. TikTok news creators should be euthanized. Let's...
You cannot make this up. JD Vance might be having his worst.
I hate this thing. There's also a food tuber that does this. It's that guy who's like, and we can make it in only 3 ingredients. It's that guy. He always starts his TikToks with like a laugh first word. He'll be like, you won't believe what we can do. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. I know you're not laughing. I hate it. And of course, but this guy sucks, but will never beat the goat of all goats.
Big news, big news, big news. Oh boy, oh boy, the big news. Oh
Big
boy,
news,
big
oh
news,
boy.
Oh boy, it looks like
Big
Donald.
news.
Big news, a big news, big news. Oh boy, a crowd of Trump supporters. Oh boy.
I do like a crowd of Trump. Oh, man. Okay, let's move a little away from like politics as it relates to the presidential election and move a little toward politics as it relates to our cultural icons. Did you guys hear about YAOI? All right, so this comes from genius level intellect truth teller Milo Yiannopoulos. This is a very strange one. There is a reason Ye, formerly known as Kanye West, is no longer capable of successfully releasing music or clothing. I like that the tipping point was that Vultures 2 sucked. In fact, there are several reasons, but the most serious is his dentist, who got Ye hooked on laughing gas. It is my belief that he sought to diminish his mental faculties so that Connolly and his business associates could extract millions of dollars from him. Earlier this year, I uncovered the fraud and intervened. Ye, hooked on the nitrous, blew up our relationship by proposing something he knew I would have to resign over, the resurrection of his longtime fantasy of making porn. What the fuck? So apparently Ye, according to Milo, was like, Milo, I'm gonna make pornography. He was like, no, we're not doing that. And he was like, then you're out. While hooked on nitrous oxide, I'm going to be completely honest, this does sort of explain everything. This kind of does explain everything. And there's a bunch of old like Instagram stories and stuff from Kanye that are like, I'm going to become a spokesman for laughing gas. And it's like, oh man, that's no good, buddy. It's bullshit, but I believe it. Is this what Ye looks like right now? Oh my God, dude. He looks terrible. He looks like if you put like MC Ride's head in the Super Mario 64 grabber and you just played around with it a little bit. He looks awful, man. He looks fucking mummified. Oh, that is really not good. Have you seen what the dentist looks like? I have not. There's Milo. Boy, he does not look good. See if I can find a picture of the dentist. This is what the dentist looks like. Upon seeing this, I immediately believe it. I immediately believe it. I immediately believe it. I immediately believe it. I believe it. I immediately believe it. Wow. What the fuck is... We got to get the menswear guy on this. I mean, this is hardly menswear. He's only got the blazer. Wow. Is that hair or is the hair tattooed on his head? Oh my God. I think she's right. I think it is a tattoo of hair. Holy shit. No, man. That's... Oh, no. Where do you get your nitrous? I don't use it. I do not use it. I do wear a CPAP though. I saw Ye in the CPAP. I was like, oh, a fellow CPAP enjoyer. And then I was like, oh, wait, no. That's not good. All right, next up. Ask the American people to rank the worst places in the country to live, and they literally pick all the wrong answers. Incredible work, team. I love these. I love these. These things where they're like, hey, people, what do you think is the worst place to live? People just write in what they have been told by the news. It's always New York in the top 5. I hate to be like this. New York's one of the greatest cities in the world to live. You're being lied to. So we got DC Most Undesirable, who surveyed 1,000 American adults. Oh, joy. DC Least Desirable City, die. It's great. New York, New York, die. It's great. San Fran, it's expensive, but you get what you... Chicago. Have you ever met a person who lives in Chicago that does not like living in Chicago? Have you ever met a Chicagoander who is not immediately trying to sell you on moving there? Detroit, Los Angeles, Baltimore. Oh, what's your fucking problem, dude? Baltimore? Birmingham, Atlanta, Buffalo. That's incredible. Add New Yorkage. I think I already have New Yorkage. I have to sign in. I'm not adding New Yorkage. You got to stop asking people this. If you ask people who live in fucking Western Kansas where the worst places to live are, of course they're going to say Washington, D.C. It's the only city they know. These corn-fed morons wouldn't know a good city if it smacked them in the face. People say shit like this when there's 100 shit pits in southern states like Texas. Every single state has an uninhabitable zone. The middle of Pennsylvania, western Kansas, 90% of Montana, 90% of Nebraska, 90% of Idaho, everything east in Washington. But you all want to say that New York is one of the worst places to live. Everything available to you. Concrete jungle where dreams are made of. New York. They make songs about how good it is to live there, and they stay on the charts for years. And you want to tell me, oh, but like bumfuck eastern or bumfuck western Texas. That's where you want to be. You want to be in the part of Texas that you can't live in without an underground bunker because it gets too hot. That's what you want. Holy shit. Go down to the best places. All right, here we go. You ever lived in New York City for years? Yes! Yes! It was fine. I liked it. Is there... Wait, hold up. Let me see if I can find the high ones. Where's the number one? Maybe because you didn't live in the projects? I lived in Jamaica, Queens. Fuck you. Link above the map. Best places to live. Here we go. Oh my God. I just want... Show me the names. Tampa, Florida. Okay, but Jamaica has really good food spots. It does. We lived down the street from a Peruvian place that I still think about. Tampa, Florida. Charlotte, North Carolina. Virginia Beach. You want to live in Virginia Beach? What's your fucking you want to live? I want to live in Wildwood, New Jersey. Ugh. Nashville, Tennessee. I have family in Nashville. It's fine. I wouldn't want to live there. Orlando. Oh, jeez. Raleigh, Atlanta, Georgia, Denver, Vegas, Aleximo located, Miami, Florida. It's like 8 Floridas. I know exactly what happened. Research was conducted over phone, which skews old, and all the boomers think that Florida is Mecca. Florida is Mecca for, like, retired people. So they just started naming all the places they knew in Florida. That's why it's on here 3 times. Raleigh was really nice. YCS Raleigh, that is a really nice city. I could see that. Where is Boston? Good question. Where is Boston? Denver's a nice city too. Denver is nice. Okay. Let me get out ahead of the hate. A lot of these places are actually quite nice, but they're not better than fucking New York, baby. Come on. All right. Moving on. I'm freaking sick and tired of this. What the hell did I do to deserve this? All I ask for is to watch anime, and I can't even have that. God damn it! We are sick and tired of you sitting inside and watching cartoons all day. It's time for you to think about your future. Pouts. I don't wanna. Baka dad. Naru God. We agree. Oh my God. I can't believe that the world isn't ready for Naru God. Naru Goat at it again. I'm so Gomena sorry you have to go through this, Naru God Senpai. Fuck. Next up. Okay, let's talk about this. This probably will make its way into this week's will. So people would not shut the fuck up about this post in particular. So let's have a little discussion, all of us. So this comes from True Off My Chest. If you listen to Will, you know that True Off My Chest is a splinter sub that is now larger than its original Off My Chest, which had to be made because people were using Off My Chest to be like, does anyone else hate black people? I just think they smell terrible. So True Off My Chest is just Off My Chest, but I think you're not allowed to be racist. So this one says, I think I destroyed our relationship trying to compliment my boyfriend. My boyfriend and I are both 28 years old and together for 2.5 years. Yesterday night we were drinking and one thing led to another, and I tried to compliment him by saying he is not someone I would hook up with or be a friends with benefits with, but marry. I thought everything was fine, but he seemed extremely distraught after that. I realized he understood it and tried to clarify. It's still the same this morning. He told me he needs space to think for a while and left the house. All my friends tell me I messed it up, and guys tell me it's not a compliment. Most men will understand it differently. I think I completely destroyed our relationship, and I'm panicking right now. Okay, so all the women, not to be gender essentialist, all the women I've seen quote tweet this, have said, why was he upset at this obvious compliment? You are saying he's a keeper, that you want to be with him forever. All the men I've seen complimenting this are like, why would she say this? She is saying, you're not good enough for sex. You're a guy I would settle down with, but don't really feel sexual attraction to. This is a very weird one. I'm going to say something that will maybe get me canceled by my woke followers. I see where the guys are coming from. If the compliment was, you're someone I would marry, then it would be completely, it'd be completely fine. But why do you preface a compliment with, you're not a guy I would hook up with or be a friends with benefits with? It really feels like what you're implying is, I would fuck or hook up with guys I don't see myself, in a long-term relationship with. You I do see myself in a long-term relationship with, and for that I'm willing to sacrifice sexual attraction. That's what it feels like. That is kind of how it comes off, I think. And I think that there are a lot of incels who are like, what she's saying is she'll use you after she's had her fun. I think that's going a little far. But I do think that the way she has worded it does sound like, I am not sexually attracted to you the way I would be for like a hookup. And it is, I don't know. I think you have to, not to get all Will about it, but I think the solution is to be very specific about what you meant and why. And I think it's very strange that a bunch of the response to this has been to call the guy a baby immediately and be like, why doesn't he appreciate this obvious compliment, without trying to be like, well, why would he feel hurt by this? Could you maybe think on it for a second? Like, let's deconstruct it for 5 minutes. The solution is to divorce, lawyer up, hit the gym. No, I think the solution is the joint bank account. I think the joint bank account solves this. Have you shown this to Jillian? I haven't. Perhaps I should. The solution, unfortunately, the solution is, CJ Alex is right, the same solution that is always the solution to, I think I said something that was misinterpreted by my boyfriend or girlfriend, which is to talk to your partner. That this is not an easy thing to do, but it is something you're going to have to do. Anyway, I'm probably biased on this because I won't say it because she's not here. But Jillian did send me a booty call, which is how we first got together. And it became a relationship months after that. All right, next up. We have to think of something better for our kids. We're going to have to be like, oh, we met bowling, you know. Okay, so this is, have you guys seen the ongoing drama on the r/aquariums board on reddit.com? So this is a couple days old. For those of you that don't know, there's an ongoing genocide in Palestine. So this is in the context of that. Someone living in Lebanon says, how do I protect my aquarium from shockwave caused by jet sonic booms? It says, I live in Lebanon, and frequently sonic booms occur because of Israelis, which have broken some of my window's glass. I have a 33-gallon aquarium made of glass. I'm afraid if it breaks. What can I do to protect it from shockwaves? Should I cover it with a yoga mat or a foam mat or something? Of course, that'll create another problem where it will raise the temperature of the tank. I have it in my bedroom. I'm keeping the window opened so it won't break. You know, they're just looking for some guidance here. And I think the answer is you can probably use like a transparent-ish bubble wrap to insulate it as much as you can. But like, obviously this is a shit situation. And I'm going to be completely honest with you also. The people on r/aquariums, which I occasionally frequent, I used to have a bit of a passing interest. I'm hoping to get back in someday. They take this shit seriously. They will give you advice for everything and anything, regardless of your skill level or ability to comprehend it. So it gets deleted. So the people on the subreddit start rebelling. We have, how far do I have to be from a war zone to be allowed to post here? Genuine question. How do I protect my aquarium from my Aunt Glenda's unusually loud opera? How do I stop sonic booms from breaking my aquarium glass? Should victims of bombing let their fish die because they committed the crime of not loving Israel? Do you need to be a Zionist to enjoy aquariums? And then, of course, the quote tweet is, do I have the Middle East's only democratic fish tank? I put the fish into a fishbowl, deprive them of food, and set off firecrackers above the tank every day. Some fish are still left alive, so it's very moral. No one gives them more loving care than I do. I do appreciate Redditry is we deride it all the time on Will. It's a mindset that's really frustrating and annoying to deal with. But sometimes it produces a situation where it's like they use their powers in a way that furthers a bit that I do find funny. And I will never disparage the average Redditor's capacity for pettiness, which far outpaces any other humans. It's nice. Next up. Just raw dogged an entire work shift. No emails, no calls, no work completed. I have been there. Who has been there with me? Who has... These spreadsheet jobs, sometimes you just gotta raw dog them. You just... Oh my God. Okay, next up. Okay, this one is insane, dude. It's so insane. I am unconvinced this person is not... The entire account is not just a really long bait that culminated in this post. This post is so good. So this post is one of those posts that seems to have broken containment from LinkedIn. It's written in the exact LinkedIn cadence. A client accidentally double paid a $15,000 invoice recently. I called to let them know and said I would shred the check. They asked me to please mail the check back to them. I had to use ChatGPT to learn where to buy a stamp. I went to Walgreens and they made me buy 20. I used one and threw the other 19 away. I then had to figure out how to get the envelope in the mail. I asked the property manager of our office building what to do. She took care of it for me. Not knowing how to send mail is a huge competitive advantage. He replies, and he's like, because I send emails and they're done quicker. Okay, so much going on here. First off, I thought that people that were this dumb were euthanized, right? Did we stop doing that? Have we advanced as a civilization? We don't do that anymore. Now they're allowed to live normal lives as C class of some sort of investment firm. But it's just amazing. From stem to stern, it's a wonderful post. I had to use ChatGPT to learn where to buy a stamp, and it told you Walgreens. It didn't tell you the United States Postal Service. You couldn't have gone in there and purchased one. I had to figure out how to get the envelope in the mail. That's so funny. It's just really good. Oh, man. It's fantastic. When did people start using ChatGPT instead of Google? When Google stopped working. I saw a commercial on TV, like the physical television, for DuckDuckGo. And I remember thinking, oh, wow, I guess its time has really come, huh? I remember using DuckDuckGo in 2009. No, I remember using Dogpile. Do you guys remember Dogpile? Damn, that was a search engine. Please read the replies. You struggled sending an envelope? How is that an advantage? It's a basic life skill. You're down bad if you have to ask chat how to send a letter. I beg to differ. Why should I use the outdated services that shouldn't exist? I want to move the world forward, not backward. That's true. Accepting checks as a form of payment but not knowing how to send a piece of mail is wild to me. How are you moving things forward digitally but accept one of the most archaic forms of payment? I don't have a choice. The obsolete mail system where the U.S. taxpayer subsidizes the delivery of envelopes enables companies to continue paying via check, and many simply will not pay electronically. It's got to be bait. You know, it reads like bait, and I was like, oh, this is clearly bait. And then I clicked the account, and to my understanding, it's not. Like, the account is all, like, every other tweet is normal. It's like a normal business person on LinkedIn tweet. And the Aspire commercial, the company that they run, also exists. So, I don't know. Maybe they just turned really dumb for this one tweet. It was crazy. Next up. Dude, no one believes this shit. Why are you even posting these? These are clearly lies. Every fucking summer, Barack Obama posts his summer playlist full of music he clearly is not listening to. And I'm sorry, he also, like, this isn't a good playlist. If it's just songs he likes, sure. But if it's a summer playlist, I don't want a summer playlist that goes from, what, 365 by Charlie XCX to I Can't Get No Satisfaction by the fucking Rolling Stones. What's your problem? What's your problem? I mean, it's always so... There's that passage in that Barack Obama book where he's like, he would pretend to read like leftist literature to impress women. It's the same thing. He's doing the same thing here. He's like picking artists that some people know about, but not everyone, to look like cultured and like he's with it. You're not listening to these people. He throws some top 50 on here. You're 65 years old. We know you're not listening to Charlie. What are you, stupid? Holy fuck. Yes, I can't get enough of this weird song by Bob Marley and the Wailers. As I flip back and forth between my fucking Glorilla Megan Thee Stallion collab. Ah, yes, I've been in a real Silvio mood this summer. One of my favorite Bob Dylan tracks. Of course, it has nothing on a bar song Tipsy by Shabuzi. No one believes this, dude. No one believes this. Stop posting them. They're embarrassing. There is no way his ass is listening to Willow. He's not listening to any of this shit. Oh, my God. It's like if Anthony Fantano was the fucking president of the United States. Jesus Christ. Next up. This is rough. Where my Harold and the Purple Crayon heads at?
What's Shazam 2? Any good? We didn't see it.
I thought it was pretty good.
Those girls were later killed. All right, let's do a little bit of stuff that I posted this week. So we did get to talk about the Donald Trump Aiden Ross stream, but we didn't get to talk about this individual. Cordy McDonald, if you're in chat, please come collect your VIP. I watched the main videos, but only for the gay content. Everything else is for Isaac. Good. We agree. We agree. We agree. Okay. So the big news out of the card game world this past week is that it was revealed that vice presidential candidate J.D. Vance wasn't just fucking couches. He was sitting down on them across from an opponent in order to play some Commander. That's right. J.D. Vance was a Magic the Gathering player in his youth. He claims it was a very brief period, but his wife knows about it, so clearly it isn't. Here's the weird part about it. Here's the recap. The biggest problem with transitioning from being a 13-year-old who likes Magic the Gathering into a 15-year-old who likes Magic the Gathering is that 15-year-old girls do not like Magic the Gathering, he said. So I dropped it like a bad habit. Many such cases, but unlike us, he did not pick it back up because he's a bitch. He did reveal his embarrassing favorite deck from his playing days, Yogg Bargain? Okay, so for those of you who are not in Magic, here's the thing. This is not a Blue Eyes answer. This is not a Dark Magician answer. This is a 2015 Necroz style answer. This is a I played Ritual Beast specifically to counter individuals who were playing Necroz type answer. This is a during wind-up format I played in Zector, but I would go to wind-up depending on the locals meta. It's a very specific answer. They have the deck list. I mean, it's kind of a who's who of tight fucking shit from Magic. Jesus Christ, look at this. 4 Rector, Dark Rit, Yogg Will, Voltaic Key. You got the Monoliths, of course. You've got the Bargains. Soul Feasts in here. Jesus Christ. Tooth of Ramos. Oh my God. Triple Vampiric Tutor. A classic card. A powerful card. Just get what you want. Oh, Phyrexian Tower. Quality type shit. Oh, man. 4 Duresses in the board. Triple Perish. The Negator's out of the board. Awesome. Awesome. Cop Red. Disenchant. Massacre. Oh, man. This is just own it, man. Just own it. My God. Here's one of the very few moments in this dog shit campaign where the man can look like a human who enjoys things. And he's like, I didn't like it that much. He's so afraid to show who he is. But we can see who you are. You can't show us that 60 and not expect us to come to a conclusion. It's a beautiful list. Own it. Come on. For any of you who are doing something similar, who are like, I'm taking a break so I can get pussy, I'll tell you the unfortunate truth. Women and men find it much more attractive for you to wholeheartedly own something you like, to enjoy something passionately, than play down how much you appreciate your own interests. They can smell the inauthenticity on you. They know you're lying and embarrassed about it, and there's nothing more unattractive than an individual who is embarrassed at themselves. I went to the American Museum of just history, period, Museum of American History, and they had this wheel that had civil rights on it.
What is up, guys? DZ here, and today we have a new show. It's called Wheel of Civil Rights. You can see we will spin the wheel, and then we will remove this right from the wheel by next one.
Sorry, guys, no more freedom. And then I want to talk specifically about this. Farfa had a Challenger Cup this weekend, and in finals, the two players were like, let's just play life gains. The two finalists have decided to troll me and keep me hostage the entire full 45-minute round by playing two healing decks. The winner goes, one Farfa Yu-Gi-Oh's 256 player Challenger Cup today. Played this in grand finals. Looks good, buddy. I like the Yujo friendship. I like the double Diane Keto. You don't want to play too many. Oh man. A couple of weird channel things we'll poke at the very end. I did upload the DDM with Leah. This was a ton of fun. I think our longest DDM yet. A lot of fun. There's a couple people who are like, VTubers, ew, but I think Leah and I have great chemistry. I think more than anyone else I consistently work with, we have the ability to get in an annoy off with each other, and I really like how this ended up. I think it was really enjoyable. And then, of course, we will do this on New Cards PogChamp. Do not worry. Finally, to conclude Freax, let's do a little bit of the news of the day. Donald J. Trump, the man, the myth, the legend, he's back on Twitter, and he's just posting. Wait, what the fuck? He's just been posting like his own ads all day. This one's just pathetic, man.
Wrong. The more certain way, you freedom. They want to silence me because I will never let them silence you.
Let me see if he says it. I think he says it here.
They're not coming after me. They're coming after you, and I just happen to be standing in their way.
He's just reading Facebook posts. He's just reading Facebook posts at this point. A completely sauceless, juiceless campaign. It's just like, oh, man, just awful, awful shit. He misses his friend. He wants him back. It really is crime has no punchline without Batman. But the big thing today was he was going to do a space with Elon Musk at 8, and it looks like it started. It doesn't look like it's working. Wait, this doesn't make sense. Wait, the spaces feature on x.com isn't working? Let me click the one on the right here, Donald J. Trump space. Oh. All it has done is make my computer... Oh, it's crashing Chrome. Oh. Okay, let's kill this window. Oh. Hello? Okay, thank God. Okay. Holy. Not good. 9 months ago, Trump was beating Ron DeSantis' ass for doing a Twitter space that didn't work to announce his presidential campaign. Here he is doing a Twitter space that doesn't work to announce how much he misses Joe Brandon. Man. Lo, how the mighty have fallen. Let's do some reactions. You got a couple more? New. Jeffrey Epstein's old jet gets new life in... No shot! Oh, tell me he's flying. Why Trump flew to campaign events on... Jeffrey Epstein played... Did he will it to him in the suicide note? And to my good friend Donald, I leave the Lolita Express. I know he'll get as much use out of it in my death that he got in life. Holy shit! He did. Oh, the campaign had no awareness that the plane was owned by Epstein. They were getting on it to see if they could get the black book. They're like, I bet it's still on the plane. We can get it out. Okay, last one. Important question. Would you take the trade? Here we go. Eggs for magic packs. I have a ton of new eggs for trade. Looking for sealed Bloomborough. 1 booster for a dozen fresh chicken eggs or 2 boosters for 1 dozen duck eggs. I would do this. I love trading cards for non-monetary things. I do this constantly. I'm sure you all remember when Jace the Mind... You may not. You might have not been alive. When Jace the Mind Sculptor was $1 million, one guy traded a playset for snow tires during a snowstorm. I love this shit. Oh, fresh eggs, too. Fresh eggs are nice. Duck eggs? Kinda. Oh, man.
et ce diable de Curie, ce diable de Curie qui
Le Diablo de Curry.
nous fait mal. Continue à aller voler les ballons et ce diable de Curie qui nous fait mal.
People say ball. No. Oh, that's so funny. Holy shit. All right, you got a Vance clip for me? Let's go.
In Wisconsin want to have a beer with you.
Well, I guess they'd want to have a beer with me because I actually do like to drink beer, and I probably like to drink beer a little bit too much, but that's okay. I'm sure the media won't give me too much crap over that. But
You got to start playing Yog Bargain again, man. This is not.
look, I mean, the reason I'm doing this, and the reason I think Donald Trump is doing this, and I think the media often slanders him, but I've never met a guy who likes normal people more than Donald Trump.
Very true. Very true. Holy fuck. Oh. Man. Very true. Let's do some reactions.